We don't have an interview for today, so I've decided to answer 5 questions I've been constantly getting on my LinkedIn and Instagram right here, right now. Number one, Amrita, how do you find clients consistently? Hey Amrita, I don't think finding clients consistently is all about posting on platforms, outreach algorithms, all that is one side. But I think more importantly, it's having clarity. It's about knowing what you're doing specifically, who you're selling to, and how it's going to impact them. If you know exactly who your target audience is, you can reach out to more specific people and target people who actually need your services right now. That's how I consistently close clients. Number two, how do you say so many things when there are so many topics out there, and how do you decide what to talk about consistently online? Okay, hi Sandeep. So I don't think, since there's so much to talk about, you talk about everything. What I often say during my podcast episodes is, don't say 100 things one time, say one thing 100 times. So yes, there's a lot of things to talk about. There are a lot of different ways you can help people, but find one core message and find 10 different ways to say the same thing so that it keeps recurring in people's minds. That way you won't find it hard to come up with content as well, because you believe in what you're writing so deeply. Number three, what do you do when work is slow? I get it. There are some months that are very slow. You don't have a lot of client work, and no matter how much you push it, you're just not able to get clients. That's totally okay. During those months, I don't try to push it and get more clients. I just fix my systems. Like, I sit for one full day and write 30 pages of content and schedule all of it on LinkedIn. Or I'll sit and watch podcasts and I'll upskill myself, or I'll find a course online and do it. So, yeah, some months are slow, but I think that's the best time for you to regulate your nervous system, plan your finances, do some personal things, and also grow yourself as a person to come back faster. How do you know what to charge? I think your charging problem is not a number problem, it's a confidence problem. There are times when we over explain things, but you just need to believe in yourself. You need to charge for your outcome and not just the work you're doing. For example, if I'm writing a blog for a client, I'm not going to charge them just for writing the blog in like 1,000 words or within an hour or any of those parameters. I'll be charging based on how much it cost me to train myself to write it quickly in the best way possible, interviewing a bunch of people, and what sort of results they are going to get out of it, because it's going to perform really well. So it's a confidence game. Know what to charge based on how good you know that your quality of work is. Final one, what happens when you let the wrong client in? I will say this very quickly. It's okay to let the wrong client in. You're not going to know that they are the wrong client unless you work with them. Only thing I would advise you is get rid of them as soon as possible. I saw this analogy online which was like, imagine you take a sip of milk and you realize it's spoiled. Will you still drink the entire glass of milk just to make sure that every drop of it is spoiled? No, right? You'll just take one sip and then throw it away. Just like that, if you have seen a client misbehaving with you and you know they are the wrong ones within a short period, try to get that closed as soon as possible, because it's not going to get better. I hope this rapid fire was useful for you. Send me more questions like this and I'll try to do one next week, and I hope you found these useful.